All right. We're gonna play a couple games today. Sorry about the background music. That's the neighbors. We'll play a couple 10-minute games. All right. We're playing against Helinski, rated 763. Our rating is 718. So that means they're gonna beat us. We're gonna lose this game. No. Okay. E4, D6, E5. Sorry, D4. So we're taking control of the center. This is a okay opening for black. They're able to get some counterplay. They're probably going to push e5, what we would take, and maybe we'll play knight e2. Oh, okay. They play b5. That's such an odd move. Let's just develop normally. Black should not be doing playing b5. They should rather be developing. We'll do a quick castle. Maybe we'll see g6. This is g7 from black. We can go. Let's go a4. We're undermining this pawn. Let's see if they push or if they decide to take or if they just ignore. Note if they play a6, we can take twice. Okay, we'll take that back. So our rook is now on an open file. We'll see if we can target that pawn somehow. We can go bishop there. We're not really attacking it quite yet. There's two defenders and two attackers. We might go here and try to attack it like this. Is there anything that traps our rook? I think we can just play it safely. Oh, we could have actually just taken that pawn. So this knight move, knight a6, stops the rook's defense. So we could have just taken with the bishop and attacked the queen and won a pawn in the process. Okay, we'll take that pawn now. His queen is under attack. We have to be a little careful. Our rook is undefended, but so is his over here. And we'll see what he plays next. Maybe queen d7 or queen e7. If queen d7, I think I'm just gonna take here. I wonder what black is thinking about. Maybe no, he has to move his queen somewhere. So we're capturing with the tempo on his queen, and I don't know why he decided to do that. This is just a losing position. So we have a queen for a bishop. And we're just gonna trade all the pieces, and we're gonna beat him rather easily. We'll go knight here. We're attacking that pawn. Let's see if he. I don't think that. Oh, he can defend it by playing knight d7. If he goes knight here to defend, we would have just played h3 and forced the knight back, and we would have taken the pawn. Okay, we'll go here. We're attacking the knight. We're gonna play b3 next and attack that pawn as well. I think that knight c7 is maybe the move we'll play. Okay, we'll take that and play b3. So here we're attacking that pawn. Let's see if he sees it. If he does defend it, we'll probably go queen a7 and try to infiltrate with our queen. Okay, that's just a free pawn. And maybe we can pick up a knight. He can also play a knight c8 if we do check because it's defended. Okay, he stops the check. I think queen there is fine. We're gonna do a quick check here. We can also play knight d4, attacking the bishop and attacking this pawn. So since we're up material, we want to trade as much as possible. And the less pieces that are on the board, the easier it is to win the game. We're attacking the bishop here. Okay, we're going to attack the bishop again. He can play bishop here, pinning our knight, but he has to address this first. So it's not quite doable yet. Do we take here or do we take here? It's a good question. I think we take here. That's more weak pawns, and then we'll go here. And we're attacking this pawn, and that's a check. So we're gonna pick up another pawn. Maybe rook h6 here. Okay, we'll go there. He's kind of forced to go back so that he doesn't lose his knight. We'll go there. We're gonna go either rook d1 or queen c6 and attack this. And the knight. Okay, we'll go there. I don't think there's a way for him to defend it. I think we just pre-move it. Queen f7. Okay, let's check. What's faster checkmate? Queen there, 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 there. There's checkmate, I believe. Because we're covering that square. We can also do queen here, king back, there, there, there. That's faster, but that's not as fun. We'll go here. The other one checks with a pawn, checkmates with a pawn. It's more fun. I think we can just pre-move it. And that should be game over. All right, we got a little a funny checkmate here. Computer says no mistakes, no blunders. Okay, that was a pretty good game apparently by us. All right, we're playing Spicy Chicken Wing 763. We're already at rating 813. To play the Scandinavian defense, they're probably going to take here. Knight c3 is the most common reply. Okay. There we can either give up the pawn back or defend it and try to be greedy. E6 or c6 is common. We'll pre-move taking there. And then we get a full center. So I don't really like this line for black. Okay. Now we can this diagonal, so we can jump on it immediately. You know, our pawn is under. It's not defended anymore, but he has to address this first. Probably has to go c6. After c6, we'll go there, defending our pawn. We can also sacrifice it, playing that. Knight t3 takes bishop there. And we get a couple tempo on the queen, and we're up in development. We can give the pawn back. I'm not sure how good it is, though. Let's go. Let's just defend our pawn. Maybe bishop c4. Bishop b4 rather. I'll defend my knights. I'll defend that check by playing knight t3, and that pawn defends our knight. Again, in this position, we're just up a pawn. That's a free pawn. That doesn't hurt me because that bishop's not defended. And this rook is once again under attack, so he has to play a rook b8 possibly. He can also play, no, he can't play bishop a6. That defends his rook, but I can just take that. That would just be a free bishop. All right, let's see how he responds. I don't know what he's thinking about. He just has to play rook b8. That's just a free rook if he doesn't defend it. Okay, that's a good in-between move. So that since that was check, I had to address the check, so I couldn't quite take the rook immediately. Okay, he just hangs the rook. Yes, he just hangs that rook. I want to make sure that there's no tricks and my queen is just simply getting out of the position so we don't get a trapped queen and lose a lot of material. Here we're up rook and 2 pawns if I'm not mistaken. 2 pawns from the opening. After e4 he played d5, we took this pawn. Knight here, we played here. Okay, that just blunders another piece. So pieces move backwards. Always remember that. Now this pawn is under attack. He defends it. How do we proceed? Okay, he resigns. Good decision by my opponent. Once again, we have 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and 0 missed wins. So that opponent was just giving up pieces, and we just took them, and it was pretty much game over from the very beginning. E4, E5, the most common response. We see a lot of knight to C6. There's a lot of theory to be had here. Okay, bishop there is also common. I can take this after queen there. I go here, and we're defending this pawn, and we're attacking this bishop. After knight here, I think he can also go there, though. After that, he takes here, bishop here. Okay, is that okay for us? I think that should be okay for us. Queen there should be the best move. Queen f6, it doesn't work because we just go back here and we're defending against the mate threat that there is on f2. So that's not just a free piece. We could have also gone here, attacking the queen. That's just a free piece. We'll take the free piece. You can go queen here, attacking this and this. That also works. After that, though, we can just go... We'll go knight here. Usually you want your knight closer to the center, but I want to push g4. Okay, regardless of which way I take, he'll be able to capture either this pawn or this pawn. So I want to see which one is best. I think queen here, because if he takes here, we go knight to a3, and we're attacking his queen on c2 after he had taken, and defending our bishop, and our bishop defends here. He decides to exchange queens and castle, but this is just losing for him. He is down a piece. So if you look down here, he's just down a piece. We can attack this c7 pawn. I'm not sure there's a way to defend it now that I think about it. I think that's just going to be another free pawn for us. This knight can't defend it, this knight can't defend it, and neither of these rooks can defend it. And since the pawn is on a dark square, this bishop can't defend it either. So we'll just take that free pawn. He decides to trade, which is fine with us. We're up a piece and a pawn now. So this is just going to be completely winning for us. Maybe knight here. Okay, he decides to attack my bishop. Unfortunately, this doesn't improve his position because he's just going to be facing the pawn. Better was probably rook to e8. So you don't want to do single threats if it doesn't improve your position. The reason why this move was okay was because it not only won a pawn that was not able to be defended, but it also helped me develop my bishop. We can go here. If he takes, we're just going to be eyeing this square right here. We can go here. Usually you don't want your king in the center, but with the queens off the board, it's unlikely that I'll get checkmated on top of the fact that I'm up a piece. So right now, if he takes here, we're going to be taking back this way. And we have a bishop and a rook eyeing up the h7 pawn. Let's see if he sees it. Maybe he'll play this or this. I think h6 is better because g6 is a bit more weakening. Let's see what he plays though. I might play here. Okay, that's a free pawn. I think I'll take this way. Let's check. He can go either this way or this way. I'm assuming he's going to go to f8. Okay, he's going to go here, and then we're just going to checkmate if he does. Okay, that's a free rook. I think the best move for him here was rook back to e8, this rook particularly, so that when I did check, he would be able to escape this way. Now I just win a rook. The rook in the corner is free. And then we'll go here and trade this knight, and then we'll take this pawn. and we'll just be completely winning. Well, we have already been winning. We're just going to be more winning. Notice how we've only spent about 2 minutes in our clock, because this player is not a very strong player. Against much higher rated opponents, we want to spend a little more time, be a little more accurate. But so far, this position has been relatively easy to play. We'll take here. He's going to take back like this. Okay, that's a free pawn. Had he taken with the pawn, his rook would have defended the a7 pawn. It doesn't matter too much now. He's just lost. All right. Let's move our rook back. He's attacking our rook, so we defended it. We'll go here. That's a nice square for the knight, even in the NAND game. I'm assuming he's going to go here. We'll pre-move that take, and then we'll go rook h1. And we're just going to see if we can attack the king. If we're able to checkmate the king before he does anything, then that would be the best move. Or the best plan, rather. If we check and he goes up, I think I'm just going to go king here. If he goes here, I'm going to go king here, and then this should just be checkmate next move. I don't think he can stop it. Yep, that's just checkmate. So we're taking all the squares away. This rook covers these two squares and this one, as well as this knight and this rook. This rook defends this pawn and takes away this square. The pawn on c3 covers the b4 square, and the king here covers the c4 square, and you can't take this knight because it's defended by this pawn. And that's check and mate. We have one blunder according to the computer. I'm sure it's nothing too big. It's probably not important. Okay, he plays e4. Now we'll play the Scandinavian defense, which is what our opponent played 2 games ago, if I'm not mistaken. We can pre-move this. The only difference is we probably know how to play better than him. That's an incorrect move. I've never seen that move before. That just puts the bishop in a really awkward square. The bishop would rather be over here. Okay, here we're letting him take here, but we're taking right there. He's forced to take. We'll trade queens. We're up a pawn already. No. Oh, no, we're not up a pawn. We have the same amount of material. If he goes h3, I'm just going to take and double his pawns. And hopefully I can stop him from playing f4. If he doesn't play h3, he plays something like this. We'll go here and we'll castle queenside. You can also just stop his knight from jumping in. That sounds like a good idea. Let's see where he goes from there. Okay, so with this move, he's able to now take this pawn because his knight is no longer pinned. There's another piece in between. So we can defend it. We can play here. We can play there. I think I'll play here. I want a castle. Okay. We can go there. That's check. And we're attacking this pawn as well. So we're going to win this pawn. We can check here. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. That was a wrong move. Wrong move order for me. This bishop is still pinned. We can go here. The reason I didn't play here was because he plays c3 here and he blocks our bishop. So we would have to just go back, and that would have just been a free move for him. So I was supposed to just take here. Taking there would have just been better. That was just a pawn. I did mess up though, so that's unfortunate. That's a free piece. Bishops move backwards. And even if it wasn't, if my bishop was, say, here, for instance, that's a bad move, because if my bishop was here, for example, and I played king to c7, or even better, king to d7, that knight would have nowhere to go. So after king d7, He can't take this pawn as it's defended. He can't go there. He can't go to the c8 square. It's defended 3 times by our own pieces. He can't go here. It's defended by the rooks. He can't take this pawn. It's defended by 2 pawns, and he can't go back to these squares. This pawn and this one defends. So that was just a bad move. So whenever you're moving your knight forward, especially really far into the position, like say the 7th rank, you want to make sure that your knight has an escape route if it's not being traded for another piece. Once again, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 0 missed wins. We'll play one more game, I think. Okay, we're playing a 1032. Thanos in the board. I think that's how it's pronounced. I think that's like a movie or something. Okay. We're gonna jump our knight in. So with these two moves, he can no longer defend this square with a pawn. Both of the pawns are beyond that rank. So this square will be permanently weak. Let's see what we play here. We'll go here. If he goes knight f6, we're gonna play queen bishop there. And we're defending our knight. Oh, we just blundered this pawn. That was just a small blunder. We should still be fine though. Unfortunately, that was just slightly inaccurate from my part. But we'll play this right here. We have more development than he does. And we can pre-move those takes. We actually have to be a little careful now that I think about it. So takes. Okay, that's just a free pawn. That's check, so he wasn't necessarily able to do that. So what I was saying previously was if takes, we take back, take, queen takes. He has the check on a5. And after bishop there, he takes, we take backwards. Our queen is on d4. Not there. We take here. And after queen takes, we would have just lost the pawn or something like that. Okay, he defends. We can move our bishop back or just take the bishop. His pawns on dark squares, which means that's his good bishop. So is ours. But I'd rather him not have a good bishop and me not have a good bishop than both of us have a good bishop. Okay, here we can take here. After he takes, our queen is defending our knight, so we're gonna go knight here and we're gonna castle next. We just have to be careful, make sure that he doesn't have a rook d8 type of move where our knight is pinned to our queen and we aren't able to do anything about it. This knight is also loose, but we can't really attack it. We can go queen here. We can go f5 though and defend it. This knight is actually going to surprisingly relatively strong in this square, and it's not actually easy to attack. I might go bishop to e3 to develop my bishop and attack this pawn. Let's see how he proceeds. Okay, he stops his attack on this knight, so we don't have to worry about the knight for a second. Let's go there. Again, we're just developing. We're not really attacking this pawn. There's 2 pieces that are defending it. He's probably going to castle queenside. Sorry, castle kingside. I'll do the same. And we'll see how we proceed from there. He should probably play knight c6 after castling. We'll castle as well. Knight c6 should be a good move. And after that, maybe f3, now that I think about it. f3, his knight can't go here. Our bishop is attacking that square. Can't go there, can't go there. Can't go there or there. Here or here. Because those are his own pieces. That pawn's defended, this square's defended, this square's defended, this square's defended, this square's defended. So the only move that he would have would be knight f6, after which we would take, and we have an open g file towards the black king. We do weaken this diagonal for our king, not that one, this one right here, after playing f3. But we have a dark square bishop that we can put on f2, surprisingly, and counter that. Okay, he's attacking this pawn. Let's see. We can play here. If he goes here, we take, he takes back, and then we take this bishop. So that's just going to be, it seems like a free piece, but he can also just take on e2. That's very interesting. If he goes knight f6, we're going to go, I think, a4. Try to get the queen off this diagonal before we take on f3, on f6 rather. Let's see if he, let's see how he proceeds. We'll go here. So we're attacking the queen. We want the queen to not be attacking our knight. So if we take and we take this bishop, he doesn't take at the very end and win this knight. So once again, he's attacking our knight. Okay. Well, okay. Is there any way that we can take advantage of this piece, but not let him take here? I don't think there is. Maybe we just take, and after he takes here, we'll take right here. And I think we might be winning this rook. I don't know. He can just move the rook, actually. But these two pieces haven't moved, and this isn't very good for him. Okay, we're going to take here. All right, sorry about that. I had to go get a charger from my laptop. Here, we're not threatening to take this because that's defended by the queen. We can go bishop back, defending our bishop. And we're attacking this pawn right here. Let's see how he reacts. Maybe king here. After we can go here, maybe? And then we'll go bishop here, and we'll try to pile up on this weakness. And he's possibly getting checkmated if he's not careful. Okay, we'll go here. He can't go here. He can go here. He can't go here. If he goes here, he's stopping our bishop to h4. Can we go here? So here he wins this pawn, but we check here. And that's just gonna be checkmate, I think. So he has to find another move. Maybe queen here, then we'll go here. Okay. Let's calculate the whole line. I think that's just here. He only has two legal moves, and both of them are just made in two. So I think that's good enough. Checkmate in two is good enough. If you're taking notes, write that down. And this is just going to be game over. I don't think he has any other legal move. His queen can't defend, knights, rook, rook, and king can only go to h8 and h6. And queen takes f6 is check and mate for both. So we'll just pre-move that checkmate. It's an interesting checkmate. Usually you don't get a checkmate where your queen is only attacking something diagonally. You can go here, and then we'll checkmate him on this square. Okay, so we reached a rating of 1050. That's good for us. We got 2 blunders according to the computer, but it was a fine game by us. We'll play the Scandinavian defense once again. So the most common move here is taking on e5 and then knight to c3, attacking our queen. After which I like to go queen to a5. So after knight to c3, queen a5. Usually they go d4. Um, we'll go knight to f6, knight to f6, knight to c6. C6 is also okay. d4 is the most common move. Okay, that's also a playable move. We can do this and trade bishops. All right, he chooses not to. That's a very interesting decision. Okay, it's as if he had just played bishop there. So we'll proceed with this move, and then we'll go. Usually we'll go bishop here. Here he's attacking our b7 pawn, so we'll defend it. We want to make sure that he has no knight here. Knight there. What happens then? Knight there. We go. What do we do there? Can we just take that? Take, take, take there. I've never seen this variation. I've never seen queen to f3. It's an interesting decision by our opponent. Here we can go here, bishop there, there, and a bishop back. We go queen here, and we're pinning the bishop. If he goes queen there, we go there. That's a interesting line. So this is about to get a little complicated. Hopefully, I don't think I blundered anything. The point is where we want to take on c2, we check and take the rook. Okay, we did allow that. I did totally forget about the f7 pawn. Fortunately, everything else is defended, so I don't think we have to worry about it. But here we're attacking this bishop twice. So it's something that he has to keep in mind. If he takes here, we go here. The bishop there. Okay, that's just a free bishop. So this may not have been the best game by us, but we do win a bishop out of the opening. So we're happy about that. And this game should just be completely winning for us. Let's see how he proceeds. Maybe I don't think he has any other option but to trade. He can go here now that I think about it. Perhaps there. We'll take here, maybe. And we're threatening to take his rook for free. So he has to go queen f3. Okay, we'll just take that. And again, we'll win a game up a piece. Again, the technique for winning up a piece is to simply trade as many pieces as fast as possible. Make sure he doesn't get a lot of counterplay. He's probably going to go there, threatening to go knight f7, but we can go rook f8 to stop that. We'll go rook f8 anyway. That's an open file for us. And the f2 pawn could be potentially weak. Okay. This knight doesn't have any other forward moves, so it can't go there or there, our bishop. Again, our bishop stops it from moving forward as well as our pawn. So any legal move by our opponent's knight has to be backwards, or else he'll just lose a piece for free. So he has to go back. So this move is okay because we're not allowing for the knights to move forward at all. Maybe e5 was better. Okay, our bishop defends that pawn, so we don't have to worry about losing it. Oh, actually, we could have just taken this pawn. This pawn was free. Let's see how our opponent sees it. Maybe bishop there. Okay. So he's attacking our pawn. We can take this pawn. If we take, he takes. Bishop here. King there's forced, maybe? The king is there. Okay. He's attacking our knight though, so we have to address that. Maybe if we go there, he goes bishop here, and we go king c7. That should be fine for us. Okay. So bishop here, I'm just gonna go king c7, and our king is completely safe. We got 3 pieces defending, plus 2 rooks that are easily going to defend. If he defends this pawn, we're gonna play h6 and then g5, so we can start pushing our pawns and hopefully improve our position. Again, his f2 pawn is hanging. Let's see if he defends it. It's been hanging for, I think, for the last 4 moves. 4 or 5 moves. Okay. Move 15 to move 18. So about 3 or 4 moves. What is he thinking about here? Okay. So he's gonna go there. We can stop them. Stop him from playing that by going b5, but maybe that's too weakening. I think we'll take, if he goes there, attacking this pawn and our bishop, we take this pawn, and he takes here, we take back after he takes. Okay, let's see how we can play here. Perhaps we just check. King there, we can go here. And king there is kind of forced. After king there, we'll play h6, we're attacking his bishop. If he goes bishop h4, we're not going to play g5 because our rook is attacked by his bishop. Let's see, how do we play this out? Do we want to stay on the second ring or do we want to stay on the f file? I think we'll stay on the f file. The reason why I didn't go here was because after this move, if I go back and he goes there, then he's forking our bishop and our rooks. Here we can go here. If he takes here, we go rook to f1. After rook takes, king here is forced, and then we take this rook. So that's the reason why it seems like we're hanging our bishop, but we're really doing it because we can win this rook in the corner if he doesn't defend it properly. If he just takes this bishop, we'll just win the rook. Let's see how he decides to play this out. Okay, he takes the seemingly free bishop, but then we go rook to f1. He takes back our rook, and we're gonna win his rook in the corner. We're already gonna go a piece. Oh, that's true. I forgot he can defend his rook. Okay, that's my inaccuracy. Here we'll take this rook. Perhaps I can go here, take bishop there. I can also go bishop here, pawn here rather. There, and then we'll go here. I think this is going to be the closest game we've had so far because I messed up. I gave the piece back. I totally forgot that he could play that and defend from him having to take. If he takes here, I think we might. Should we take back with the rook? Rook takes attacks to this right here. I think we'll do that. If he goes there, we'll go here and we'll try to instigate him to take. Okay, once again, he goes there, we'll just take here. And we're winning another pawn. Okay. We'll go here. Oh, we actually just hung this pawn. We shouldn't have done that. But the point is, after there, we defend this pawn by playing king to e6, so we have two defenders for the two attackers. But here he should have just taken this free pawn. Here I think I'm just gonna play this and win the game. Can I just go here? Okay. There. Okay. I think we go here. If he takes, we're attacking his knight. So he doesn't just win the pawn for free. Okay. We'll take there. Any checks that he has are not good. At least not yet. We'll king back. We'll avoid all the discovery checks. I want to have my bishop here instead. Okay, we'll go. I think we'll go here. We're up one pawn. This game is going to be slightly difficult to win, I think. If he trades down, but we should be able to play a 1,111 rated opponent. We'll go there. So we're blocking this rook from coming in. And then we'll attack his knight. Maybe he has to go here. Okay, here I can take here. The question is, am I going to be winning this? I think I am going to be winning this. If he takes there, can I take here? Can I go here? There he takes. There. Okay, I defend this pawn in time. This should be just equal on the queen side. I think he realizes that he can't play this endgame as well. Perhaps there, then we'll go here. Oh, he is the move rook there. He's attacking all of our pawns on the fourth rank. Perhaps there I go here though. But when you're up a pawn, you want to be defending you want as many pawns as possible on the board. It's just the the less pawns you have, the less likely you are to promote. And you want to have as many pawns to promote as possible. So there we're just stopping this rook from coming in, which I should have done the previous move. Slightly inaccurate from my part. We'll go here and then we'll go here, so that if he tries to come around, we can always play there and defend that pawn. Okay. I think I can go check. He can't go forward because it's illegal. I can either push and go here next, or I can just take the pawn and be another pawn up. I think there. If he goes here, now that move is no longer as powerful because we just take here. We're defending this, and there's no pawn that he's attacking. He can go to there and win the pawn back, but we have two passed pawns now. Okay, that should not be a good move. This was just best, where he wins the pawn back. Perhaps he goes here, and then I go here. If he goes there and there, we just take this pawn over here. Question is, do we start pushing? Or do we take this pawn and defend this pawn and he takes here? I think we just start pushing. After that, we go king this way? Or do we go this way? I think we go this way to try to help out with the pawn's promotion. If he takes here, we're going to go there. If he goes there, we're just going to push again, and he can't stop the pawn. So he has to go here, and then I'm going to go over here. And then I'm going to push here. And if he takes, then we're going to check and win the rook. And there, I think he can just go there. That's just the free rook. There's no stalemate, he can go there. I think that move is forced. And then we'll go here. And that should be checkmate in about maybe 10 moves. And there should be no stalemate. And that's game over. He ran out of time. Here I played a blunder where after he goes there. Here I should have not played h2. h2, he can go here. And he's attacking my rook and he's stopping my pawn. So there I would have just given a pawn back for free. Unfortunately for him, he took and he lost the rook. So yeah, not a very good game by us. We had 4 mistakes and 4 blunders. Still winning though. We're gonna play the Scandinavian defense again. Okay, he goes there. That's the main move. D4 is the main move here. Here we go here. If there, we go knight to f6. Okay, that he's probably gonna play g4. That's the most common plan. Okay, d4 is also okay. It's not as good though. Here we have to be careful. Any knight moves, we got to make sure that our queen is defending c7. If he goes there, we just take this. We just take the knight. And if he goes there, we just go here. Bishop's defending. So it's not quite a... Can I just take this pawn? I think I can just take this pawn. If he goes g4, I take here. Queen takes, and then I go bishop back. This should just be fine for me. Oh, he can take this pawn. I didn't see that. Okay, we'll do... Do we do bishop takes or knight takes? Bishop takes there. I don't know. I think we'll do that. I like bishops more than knights. We'll go queen here, get ourselves out of that pin. If he goes there, we'll just go bishop here and attack this pawn over here. No, I'm not gonna go here attacking this pawn, not that pawn. This pawn, because then he goes bishop here and he's pinning my bishop to my, sorry, my queen to my king, and that's not gonna be good for me at all. And that's just gonna be losing, even for a person that's much higher rated than the opponent. Here, that would be a blunder. This is a blunder because if I play there, if I play bishop here, he goes knight to a4 and attacks my queen and my bishop, and I would have to move my queen and then he takes the bishop for free, and I don't want that. I can take here, there, there, there. If I take here and he goes here, we go queen back. Queen there should be legal. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to risk anything. We'll go here. Note if he goes here, we can just play c6 because our queen is defended by our bishop. So we're up one pawn and his f pawns. He has doubled f pawns. Our king is not safe quite yet though. So we are paying a small price for that pawn and that slight advantage. Here, this should be about even for us, but once I play bishop e7 and castle, it should just be better. Okay. He's attacking my queen and my knight. I could just take, but I don't want to take and have him take. Actually, maybe taking was just fine. He can't take with his f pawn. Because his f pawn is pinned. Go here. So I've moved my queen like about 6 times, which you shouldn't do. 7 times now. The reason I'm moving my queen is because had I castled, he takes, I take back, and then he goes there and he's checking my king and his rook is attacking my queen. So I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to lose my queen. Can pre-move this. If I win this game, I'm gonna go up 35 points. If I lose, I go down 43. And if I draw, I go down 4 points according to chess.com. So I don't want to lose this game. We passed 1100. We're at 1101. Let's see if we play some puzzles as well. Maybe this is the last game and then I'll record a second time. Play a couple puzzles and see how we proceed. He's taking quite a while, but that's fine. It's a 10-minute game. He still has about 6 minutes left. And we are up. We have 8 minutes left, which means we've only spent about 2 minutes. Here he can go knight there, but we take. He takes back and then we castle. He can also take. So the best move was possibly. Oh wait, no, his bishop was under attack. Maybe it was the best move. That's just a free piece, I think. He can't take back because his queen is under attack, and that should be just game over. Yep, he resigns. So once again, the pinned f pawn. Once he moved his bishop was no longer defending his knight. According to the computer, again, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and 0 missed wins. which is hard to believe. But once again, since I knew exactly what I was doing with my queen, the reason why that many queen moves was not too bad was because it was a game that I already knew how to play. Here, the most common response is e5. Okay, that's kind of a London system with uh with the Biancarote bishop. Let's see how he moves. Maybe he goes check. If he does, we'll go c6. Knight f3 is also common. We can go here. If he takes here, we take this pawn right here, and we're winning his rook in the corner. So that's not a free pawn. We can also go there, but if we take, 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 then he goes bishop there, and he wins our bishop. Okay, he doesn't fall for it. We'll take that. I'm assuming he's gonna take with the c pawn. Could also take with the e pawn, but c pawn is probably more accurate. We'll go there. I'll go knight f6 and castle next move. We can also go queen. Oh no, that's not the queen. Queen b6. I did say the last game was gonna be our last game, but that's fine. We'll be all right. It's just another game. And if we do win this game, we're gonna go up to 11:30, 11:69. Here we'll check and we'll attack the queen. The best move is to go knight to c3. To knight c3, I think I just go here though. Is this winning? I don't know if it's winning. He can do the same with this, but I just take. He takes, I play f6. Bishop back. So knight there. Knight there. Takes on c6. Queen there. Takes. Pawn takes. Bishop there. And we're stopping from castling. I don't think he can do anything about that. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. Well, pre-move taking. He kind of has to take, or else I'll take here and then take this. Let's see how he responds. Hopefully I'm not blundering anything. Okay, take here. He has to take. He has to take on c6. It is forced. If he takes here, we just take the queen. Take the bishop, rather. If he takes the other way, we take the bishop again. If he goes there, we'll trade, and then go there. Okay, so we're gonna stop him from castling now. This is annoying because he can't quite play c4 blocking because we just take with the bishop. And he can't play c4 because his pawn is pinned. So I think this position should be better for us. Maybe he can play knight here, attacking this pawn. Perhaps we can just castle though. He go there, attack the knight. Oh no, he can go back there. Maybe if he goes knight there, we just take. That's funny. Takes. Knight there, take, bishop takes, there, there. And then we castle. I think that should be completely safe for us. Castle. I think that move does much. This bishop is annoying because it stops my rook from jumping into the b8 square. But my bishop is even more annoying because he can't castle, and so long as he's not castled, his king could find himself in big trouble. Do you want to play e5 or c5? Maybe c5. The only thing I don't want to give is my bishop or his bishop. I have the bishop pair, and he has a bishop and a knight. That's the main imbalance. He also can't castle. E5, okay. What do we do here? Do we push c5? If he takes, we take here. He can't take back because it's everything is pinned. This pin is pinned to everything. And if he takes here, we take back and we're attacking this pawn 3 times. Not this way. And with so many arrows, there is no defense. Let's see how he decides to proceed. This is just, I think, much better for me. There. Again, you can't take back. There's an absolute pin and the other type of pin. I don't remember what the name is. Here, if we take, he takes, takes. Hold up. Take, queen takes there. He can't do that because he loses a rook, a queen for a rook, I think. If bishop takes, we take. And he can't take back because we take with the rook, and he can't take because then we take, and we're actually just winning a queen there, I think, or something. So he has to move his bishop away. And this position is just winning for me, completely winning. Again, he can't castle. His king is stuck in the middle of the board. These two files. If only I could get rid of this e pawn. Here, I think we just take this pawn. We're attacking the knight. We're attacking the pawn on b2. We can play bishop to d3, attacking the queen. Basically, we're just absolutely beating him in this position. Again, a king stuck in the center of the board. Terrible. He should have castled a long time ago. Many problems arose after all the pins that he has. Okay, he's attacking our bishop. We saw it though. The question is, how do we defend it? We can play bishop here. If he takes this pawn, I think we just push. We're not actually winning this knight. Okay. Well, we can go here. Isn't that just a free rook? That's a free rook. It's free because our bishop defends the f1 square. So if he takes our bishop, we're going to go here. And for him to not lose this rook as well, he has to go queen to f1. We take, he takes, and then we push. He goes bishop here, we go bishop here. He takes, and then we promote. He takes back, we go here. And we have a rook. We have 2 rooks for just a knight. This is just completely winning for us. And that is just checkmate. Okay, this is where we'll stop. I think we didn't lose any games. We went up. We're almost at 1200. Next time we'll play. We'll see how high we can go. All right. So once again, a lot of blundered pieces. This game is very, very instructive. Here we play the move c5. If he takes, we win this exchange because we're taking this rook in the corner, and he can't defend it. He can do something crazy like play bishop to d5, but then we take the bishop, and then after c6, c3, I don't win the rook, but I just win a piece, which is even better than winning an exchange. c5, that's what he blocks, and he adds a defender. He blocks our bishop from being able to access the b2 square and the b2 pawn, and he adds another defender to the d4 pawn. there, just developing. He does the same thing, developing, and then he decides to pin our knight. Here he should have just castled. Castling was just fine for him. We do a bishop, queen checks, and we're attacking this bishop. The only way for him to defend that bishop and to stop the check is to play knight c3, which is what he did. And here we added even more pressure by playing knight to e4. I didn't know if it was correct. I thought maybe just castling would have been fine, but I felt like we would have just too much pressure on the c3 pawn. This bishop is almost hanging. We take here, so he's forced to take, because if he doesn't take, if he takes this knight, for example, with his queen, we do queen takes, d takes c3, and then we, sorry, if he did in this position, if he takes here, we take here, and if he takes with the pawn, we also just take the bishop, and it's just a free piece. So that's why he took. He decided to take with the pawn. Perhaps queen takes was better, because no longer does this bishop have this much power, because the king doesn't have to castle with the queens off the board. So maybe queen takes was better than b takes. Here we're just stopping the king from castling, something that I was mentioning throughout the whole game. Is this bishop is just so strong, he cannot push the c pawn because we just capture. And not only that, the c pawn is just pinned by our queen, so there's no way for him to make progress. We castle, so we're getting our king out of danger, and we're gonna push c5 here and try to add even more pressure. He decides to push e4, which I don't think is a good move. But I don't think there's a good move in this position. After taking here, we decide to take here. And once again, this pin this pawn, he cannot take. We can also just take here. Next move. Here, we could have probably just taken here. And he can't take because it's pinned again. We're not threatening his knight because of his bishop defense, but we're threatening this pawn right here. He can't castle. Once again, bishop is stopping the castling. So this was just a really good game by us, I think. And it was just a quick checkmate. All right, this is the end of the video, and have a good night, guys.